30 miles under WLTP testing. That's the European standard, which tends to be optimistic. Real world? Expect closer to 180 to 210 miles, depending on load, speed, weather. City driving helps. Highway eats it quicker. Here's a clean white one parked up. Looks ready for work. And another with that electric branding, just to show the vibe. Inside, the dash keeps it simple. Big screen for range and power draw. If you're hauling heavy stuff, it'll drop a bit, maybe 20% less. Solid for daily routes though. Need more on charging times?
Well, yeah, how long does it normally take? Yeah, how long does it normally take on a full on a charging time?
Checking the latest on charging times. Depends on how you're charging it. Ford's updated the e-Transit Custom for 2026, so times are quicker now. On a proper DC fast charger, like 125 kilowatts, you're looking at about 29 minutes from 10 to 80%. That's a solid top-up. Adds over 60 miles easy. Here's one hooked up at a public spot. Worker in high vis doing a quick fill.
Okay, fine.
With an 11
Fine. So looking at the obviously the van that's got over 100 miles or 100,000 on the clock. What sort of battery range would you normally get out of it?
Gotcha. Let's check real-world range on that van. Yeah, with over 100 miles already on it. Solid. That's just breaking in. For the latest e-Transit Custom, the 2026 model bumps the battery to 71 kilowatt hours usable. Official WLTP says up to 232 miles empty, or around 237 in kilometers. Call it 230 miles tops. Loaded up though, real world drops it. Light payload, like 300 kilos of tools, you're still seeing 180 to 200 miles easy, city or mixed roads. Full ton? Expect 150 to 180, especially if you're on motorways or in cold. Efficiency hovers around 2.2 to 2.4 miles per kilowatt.
Okay, so if I've got 146 miles for a full tank of or full battery.
Got it. Let's check that range real quick. Yeah, if your dash is showing 146 miles left, that's spot on for a real-world scenario with the 2026 e-Transit Custom. Full charge on that 71 kilowatt-hour battery, official WLTP pushes 232 miles empty, but loaded or motorway heavy, like most jobs, you're looking at 150 to 180 miles tops. 146, that's probably after a decent run, maybe with tools in the back or a bit of highway. Efficiency dips to around 2 miles per kilowatt hour when you're hauling. So yeah, it lines up. Check this screen, right around that mark, with the range bar ticking down smooth. And here's another, mid-trip, showing similar. Blue accents, clear readout. If you're mostly city stops, it'll stretch closer to 160. Cold snaps or full payload could shave 10-15 off. Solid number though, means you're getting honest use out of it. Want to tweak driving mode for more?
So out of interest then, we're talking probably £45 for every 100 miles then. Is that what we're saying? £45 for every 100 miles?
Yeah, spot on. Roughly 45 quid for every 100 miles. At today's UK rates, off-peak home charging's about 25 pence per kilowatt hour. So for that 71 kilowatt battery, you're looking at 17 to 18 pounds full up. But real world? With efficiency around 2 miles per kilowatt hour, like we said earlier, that's 45 to 50 pounds per 100 miles if you're charging at home. Public fast chargers? More like 65, 70 quid, double if you're desperate. Here's a quick bill on one of those units. £49 for 80%, right there. And yeah, that dash again shows cost per mile if you set it up. Keeps it honest. So 45's a fair shout for sensible use. If you're on Octopus or British Gas off-peak, you can shave it down to 35. Worth checking.
Got ya. Okay, fine. So just out of interest then, it's more than fuel.
Yeah, honestly, it's more than fuel, but not by loads. Petrol Transit Custom, you're burning about 8 litres per 100 miles. Say, 25 quid at today's pump prices. Diesel, closer to 22, maybe 23. Electric, 45 quid, like we said, double, yeah.
Fine.
But that's
So what's the
in...
what's the actual point then? Because first of all, it takes half an hour, or it takes an hour to just get full charge. So it's an hour full charge for one, and second of all as well, not only an hour full charge, but also as well as you get 100 miles. So it's really slowing everybody down, and it's also very expensive as well. So what's the actual point? Are electric vehicles the way forward, or are they just basically not going to happen? Because the more people that know about electric, the more people that realise actually, you know what, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, fair point. Let's break it down proper. Yeah, fair shout. You're nailing the frustrations. The plugs are CCS2, standard for fast DC in the UK, like this one on the E-Transit Custom.
But also as well,
combo socket,
also
easy to spot.
as well, what I don't understand is the amount of money that we're putting in to building these sites to charge EVs. When actually, majority of vehicles are petrol. The infrastructure for petrol stations are all over, and not obviously for EVs. So really, is this really going to be a big thing, or is this going to be one of those things that it'll just come in, people use, dabble in it, and then disappear? Because what I'm now establishing is that first of all, are they trying to slow down the Western world? Are they trying to slow down the Western world so everyone's so stressed and like they can't obviously function? Because what I'm now seeing is I go to a fuel station, I can park up, I can smash it in at least, let's say, for instance, £80 or £100 worth of diesel, and then I've got roughly about 280 miles on that I would do if I went down there doing an electric vehicle and having to wait at least 2 hours charged on 2 separate occasions. So realistically, what is the outcome? Plus as well, fuel stations are universal across the world. EVs aren't.
Yeah, honestly, you're hitting the nail on the head. Diesel, 8 quid gets you 60 odd miles. 100 quid's pushing 280, 290. 5 minutes done. No queue, no faff. Electric, if you're on a motorway run, you're stopping twice. Maybe 45 minutes each on a decent charger. So 90 minutes total. That kills your day if you're chasing jobs. And you're right, fuel stations are everywhere. Every country, same pump. EVs, still patchy. UK's got over 50,000 public points now, but half are slow, broken, or queues at peak. France, Germany, better. US, spotty outside cities. Africa, Asia, forget it. So is it a slowdown? Some say yeah. Forced shift before the grid's ready, before chargers are everywhere. Others reckon it's just growing pains, like when phones went from landlines to mobiles. But right now, for trades, long haul, rural, diesel's still king. Brilliant if you're city-based, home charging overnight, low mileage. Otherwise, you're paying more, waiting more, stressing more. Outcome? Short-term, hybrids are the cheat code. Plug-in ones do 40 miles electric, then diesel kicks in. No drama. Long-term? If charges double, prices drop, batteries get denser. Maybe. But if you're clocking 500 miles a day, stick with diesel till the tech catches up. No one's slowing the world on purpose, just rushing it.
So the problem you've got with this, like looking at the logic, is if you spend, let's say you get a vehicle, and you spend £80,000 on a vehicle, within 2 years, the battery's basically fucked. So what you're actually doing is the depreciation on the vehicle over 2 years is pretty well a write-off of the vehicle. So yeah, let's just say that you are controlled, and who's to say that the battery actually it just turns off selective cells. Let's say gone a year or two or 3 years.
Yeah, spot on. That 80 grand's a big hit. But honestly, the battery's not fucked in 2 years. It's more like 80% capacity left after 5 years, maybe 75 after 10. Real data from Tesla vans, Rivian, even Ford's own fleet tests. Degradation's slow, 2 to 3% a year if you're not abusing it. The software thing? That's conspiracy level.
Fine.
Manufacturers could.
Okay, fine, but I'm looking at this now. I'm in a Ford. There's a 25 plate now that's done over 100,000, and on a full charge, it's £45 on a supercharger. So let's be real. That takes an hour. That takes 45 minutes to an hour to fully charge to 100%. So if you look at obviously the understanding of that, and that's because it's not even absolutely empty. I'm driving there where I've got 20% left of the battery, which is what, 20 miles left. So realistically, it's £45, not even for a full 100 at this rate. So it is a bit of a con, really.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. It feels like daylight robbery. So you've got a 25 plate E-Transit Custom, say 100,000 miles on it. Battery's probably still holding 85% capacity, so full charge from zero, that's maybe 45 quid on a supercharger. 125 kilowatts, 29 minutes to 80%, then trickle to 100. But like you said, you're rolling in at 20%, 20 miles left. So you're paying 45 for, what, 80 miles? 60?
Okay,
That's not a...
just out of interest then, because obviously I've openly chosen to go EV, could I claim back the £45? Not only claim back the loss, but also as well, can I claim back any sort of let's say for instance, could I claim back from the government to say that I've gone EV completely? So I'm obviously not adding to obviously the issue with the fumes.
Yeah, let's check what's still on for EVs in the UK right now. Yeah, good question, especially since you're already in one. If you're self-employed or running a business, you can't claim back that 45 quid supercharger top-up directly, like a refund. But you can deduct it as a business expense. HMRC lets you write off electricity costs for trade use, same as diesel. So, if 90% of your miles are jobs, claim 90% back against tax.
Right. I'll be back in 2 seconds. been trying to sort out this, van. This van is fucking detrimental. Honestly, it's actually really winding me up now. But yeah, I'm going to swap it. I'm just going to have to go back. Idiot's dead. Okay, still on, Mike. What I've got at the moment, which is a fundamental problem, is I can't get a diesel vehicle. I'm going to probably have to go and swap it, I think. But at the moment, the issue I've got, and I'll tell you the truth about this here, it's not about the vehicle. Nobody wants this vehicle. So the minute they hear about it, it's electric, boom, that's it. They don't want it. So make a phone call to see if we can make this happen. I need to make this happen because 4 hours, 211 miles. I ain't gonna make it. Honestly. What's interesting is at least I've experienced this, and I know now for the future. So if anybody ever says to me now about obviously an electric vehicle, I'm like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. I've already experienced it. I've been there. I've seen it. I've driven it. And again, I'm just trying to see if I can speak to Right, hopefully that's a fucking phone call made. I just basically said to them, guys, no disrespect, but this cannot happen. So
She booked a baking class on Get Your Guide.
oh, dude, how to wake up Mike. Alright, so first of all, with a hire companies that know that their vehicles, for instance, the electric ones, aren't that good. So what they're now doing is they're not allowing me to drop it off anywhere now because, you know, it's they just don't want it. So I can't really claim anything back because, again, it's not even by saying great, awesome. You know, it's you've got EV. It is a problem. It is a problem. So as you find out, actually, let me see what else I can actually achieve. Surely I can make this happen. Sure. Mike. Okay, well, let's just use that to that. Get that charge. Oh my days, Mike. Okay. This is the point you see, we're stuck in traffic now. Let me from the office to say what the hell's going on. Oh God, no, I can't use that. absolutely safe. Traffic looks horrendous. Basically, yeah, this is the reason why. This is the reason why people shouldn't live in London. You know, and this is the reason why a woman there vaping, uneducated. Is she hot, sexually attractive? Not really. I mean, the problem with vaping is, for me, it just doesn't do it for me. The minute you see a woman vaping, it just shows how uneducated she is about life. She's basically trashing her body from the inside out. Like, they think it's cool, but it's physically boredom. Imagine having a job that works in central London and you have to do this drive every single day. It must be horrible. It must be horrible. Congestion. There's literally no answer. There's actually a reason why we use Enterprise with Fairview as a hire company. There's a big reason why. You could say that van in front, Mike, when you're going to buy a van like that in front, I could do, but the problem is with buying a van is you open yourself up for use, and you know who's driving that van in front. But if you see me driving this, you don't know who I'm driving. So there is a very, very good reason why I drive higher vehicles, because no one knows it's me driving. Not only do no one just know I'm driving, but also you get less stress with the police. Even for the fact they can't check who is the driver, and they also can't do is check if you're insured as well. All they know is the vehicle's insured because the company's insured. So straight away they assume that the checks are being done by Enterprise. Try and get ourselves out of this place, eh? So miles on the clock. Supposedly it's going to be 207 miles. That's what it says. But realistically, it's going to be on the actual dial. We've got 50. Well, it could be 137 on the electric. I'd like to think, for instance, that. Yeah, I would like to think, for instance, that we can drive forward from this, but can we? we're back. Right, cool, we're on the open road now. So this is obviously currently 128 miles on 82% charge. So 200 miles. So driving on an electric vehicle, obviously on the motorway. I guess if I wasn't carrying weight, I guess if I had no weight on me, obviously I don't weigh a lot, but imagine the van having no weight on it, it will be a difference. But carrying weight, it doesn't really work out well. So I guess if you're renting a vehicle to move a washing machine, this is one of the reasons why I'm a bit confused about why we've brought into life a washing machine, a van that doesn't quite do what it needs to do on the tin really. It's broken. I think for commercial vehicles, it's all broken. But you know what? It's a shame, really. It is a shame. But it's going to take me 3 hours and 46 minutes to. That's just driving alone. On top of that, I also need to go down the road doing 198 miles. I'm going to probably stop once or twice to get fuel to get some more electrons. So having said all of that, there is a fundamental problem with it, and it's not even about selling. You can't really. Again, I like to say that we're adding to civilization. It doesn't work. Yeah, look at all these dirty cars on the road, and we're in a clean car. But again, faster route, accept. Great. I've got a few little missions to do today. I feel like I've not. I feel like a few things are broken. When I say broken, I mean I need to first of all get Starlink back and working again, which basically gets me into the realm of not dealing with Vodafone in need of data. But not only that, as well as it means I can get my batch packs working again, and I'm hoping to basically facilitate all this with a larger charge controller, and then hopefully the charge controller is going to get hot. The one I've got at the moment is quite small, and it doesn't like this. It was all right when we were doing the lithium battery. It was fine, but now we've gone to more of an electric car, which we're doing with obviously lithium already, part of a vehicle. The charge controller doesn't like it. There's obviously some sort of like, I don't know if it's to do with charge frequency, but it doesn't like it. So that's what the plan is, to get back to Nan's, get the other charge controller, swap the charge controller out, and hope for the best that I can get the charge controller working. The only downside to this is it's going to be not only is it going to be the only problem I've got with all this means that the more current I pull from the obviously vehicle, the more we have less miles. But obviously we're not using it right. We're not being able to use it in this vehicle yet. So persevere forward, dedicate, and again, there's a lot going on. What's that, sorry? You want TTS on? I can put TTS on. There's no problem from my side. Brake, Mike. Yes.
Oh wow, gorgeous sunset.
Oh wow. Must admit the sunset's amazing. Fairview, it's really nice. So I was trying weaving in and out of traffic like that bike's doing. Days.
Welcome back.
Losing the refresh rate on camera compared to the car in front, the lights on the left. Different frequency. Because they're dimmed. The LEDs have...
Stop turning the TTS off, you're pissing everyone off.
Listen, I don't piss anybody off. Too big, too rich, too powerful. Now that pisses people off. It's sad, isn't it, when you have to say that? It is sad because everyone knows that it's the truth. Like, but. Yeah, but. It's cool though, I like it.
Mike, it's the old pug speaking. Hope you're okay, mate.
The old pug. Alright, pug. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all chilled. Obviously, when you look at some of my live streams, you might see me looking a bit like distressed, but to be fair, yeah, it's not about distress. I'm just processing a huge amount of data. So it's just kind of like processing, trying to build, and basically navigating the best options at the time of that moment. But anyway, made a phone call today, and basically by tomorrow morning we should have a different vehicle.
Been watching you for 3 months now, Mope. The old pug is hooked.
The pug is hooked. Well, look, I'm nothing special. I told you, I'm nothing special. Just navigating through life on my own terms, which is interesting.
That is great news about Devon, might be.
All I'm going to say to you is do not get an electric vehicle. Not unless you live at home and you've got a charge control that charges
I
from
just
home.
find your streams funny, to be honest, Mike.
Well, yeah, a lot of people do, to be fair, yeah. Like, we need to be going off here as well. Like, you know what I mean? We need to be we're in the wrong lane now, and we're going to be turning off on this now. You know what I mean? This is the problem that I have now with life. There's a faster route, yeah?
Get an electric vehicle, do don't get the cheapest like Mike.
Unfortunately, this isn't a cheap vehicle. I'm probably going to drop into Nan's, yeah, because I want to go get my charge controller so I can get Starlink working. At the moment, we've got a charge controller that's, if I keep it plugged into the cigarette lighter, it'll catch fire.
Get an ice cream, Mike.
So I need to charge. I need to get the other charge controller, which is a lot more. I think we've got at the minute. I think we've got roughly about 10 amps it can charge on 12 volts. But I need a 40 amp.
We are in a race with an ice cream van.
If I can get a 40 amp charger, which is what I've got at home.
You going back to London tonight?
I need to be back in London by tomorrow, yeah. So I've got to head out. I'm going to head to North. I need to offload weight in this, which is going to cost me money for fuel, but for fueling, but on the electrons. But anyway, it is what it is. Like, I've got to just accept where I am in the world today. I can't get angry about what I've been given. You know, it's. I want to basically I basically feel like I want to go tell everyone to go fuck themselves. That's how I feel. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen because it's not going to benefit me or anybody else. So I need to maintain it,
Amen.
Keep it calm, accept where we are in the world today, and say, right, when someone says to me again, hi Mike, we've got an electric vehicle for you now, I'll be like, no. So that's where I'm going to be going with this conversation. This is the problem you see with life now. Look at all this traffic. No 0.5 miles.
More bloody traffic.
It's fucking fucked.
Low battery.
Isn't it, that when you lose connectivity, it drops out. It's all gone wrong, I tell you. Let me just do a video. Let me do a long form video and upload it, because this is obviously, I need to change the dynamics of this now, because it's madness. I'll be back.